What's good with y'all, man? We not doing no intros on this video. We gonna get straight to the point, man. That's not the type of energy I'm coming with. This is a very serious matter. And it has to do with BadSkyla's, Stalk Ashley, and her manager slash boyfriend, allegedly, right? I'm not here to say anything is factual, true, or false. I wasn't in the situation. I don't know anybody personally involved in this. And honestly, I'm just here to give my 2 cents, and I'm reacting to it the same way y'all reacted to it. If you haven't seen it already, like, listen, I'm no different than y'all as far as the opinion I may form. We might have different opinions on it, but I don't know any more than y'all do. But I did see this video already one time, and I watched it briefly, and I already had it in my mind that I wanted to speak on it on YouTube just to shed some light on the situation. Like I said, I don't know what's true or false. Was a big fan of Stalk Ashley. If this so happened to be true, I am no longer a fan of Stalk Ashley, but Skyla is somebody I repeatedly said over and over on multiple reactions that she has some of the highest potential I think I see in a lot of up-and-coming dancehall artists. And she's somebody that I always said I was upset at. I wasn't really upset at her, but I always say I'm mad at her because she didn't, I felt like she wasn't seeing her full potential, but this situation right here definitely could attribute to her not dropping as much as a lot of people would say that she should, or her not being as consistent as she needs to be to get to the next level. When you got things like this being spoken out about, if these things are proven to be true, it would make a lot of sense of why Skyla has not been at the forefront the way that she should be. And hold on, let me screen record this real quick, y'all, my fault. I would have been so mad if I didn't think about that. Let me get this screen recorded. Okay, so we good on that end. But I know somebody who knows Skyla personally, you know what I mean? And I just think the situation is sad because this is somebody that I always forget is like super young. Skyla is like 19 or 20 or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. And then you got somebody like Stalk Ashley, she a little bit older. And like I said, these are all accusations. I'm not saying anything is true or false, but if any of this stuff is true, man, it's just sad because it's really people out here who will take advantage of somebody due to their ignorance or their youth or whatever the case may be. And this music game is wicked. I thought it was only really wicked like the way that it is in America. I didn't know it was like that in every part of the world, even in Jamaica, where people are doing these crazy things behind the scenes. I never really looked at it like that in Jamaica because Jamaica got such good, genuine energy, I feel like. And a lot of the music videos I see from Jamaica, it'd be a lot of, you know what I mean? It'd be a lot of sinful things going on in the music videos, but I always felt like it was genuine. And, you know, situations like this are just unfortunate, but I'm gonna just stop talking. We're gonna get into this, man. And yeah, let's go.
The mother opposite right now.
Remember every day I'm a choice farm. I'm gonna eat, I'm gonna sleep. Stalk Ashley. You again. What make you do that to my daughter? She's 19. You're a big woman for her. You f her off. You are a producer or manager. Dirty Jack. Whatever you want name. When I remember her over and over, when I touch her and put her in an orgy, when I do all kind of wickedness to her.
And see, that's the evil part. And I mentioned this, the girl 19, man. I don't know how old Stalk is, but I know she a lot older than, not a lot older, but she is older than 19. You know, she's probably about 24, 25. And I'm assuming the guy that she messing with probably is older than her. You know what I mean? Y'all know how this go. And when it come down to somebody like a mother, it's hard to discredit what she's saying because it's hard to believe that somebody's parent would get online and lie about something like this for no reason. That's what makes the situation so heavy because of who is giving the information, who is exposing the situation. And the only thing that can make me feel like, and by the way, this is all alleged, the only thing that can make me feel like she giving wrong information and this is not true, because like I said, when it come down to somebody's parents, it's hard to just say they lying about something like this. Who would lie about this when it come down to their child? You see what I'm saying? the only thing I could feel like, the only way I feel like she could be given false information is if the information was falsely told to her and she didn't know no better. Cause I know she wasn't there for whatever it is that happened between, allegedly, what happened with Stalk Ashley and Skyla. But let's just keep listening.
See there, when I sleep, I strokes me nearly catch a while ago. Go home, me I take this thing. Good picnic. Stalk Ashley, you now go slow. Stalk Ashley, me not take it so. Me not take it so. Me not take what you do to my daughter so.
Right there, I don't really understand what she was just saying right there. She said it a couple times, but can you all fill me in on that?
Nah, take it so. Nah, take what you do to my daughter so. Here, Stalk Ashley, you are your manager. We are on our BadSkyla's.
3 reasons your dad is going to be even more proud of you using this one secret trick.
When I fuck her up mentally, the things them want to do to her, and the action want to make she do. Make she left all her boyfriend, tell her about not about her.
And that's the part that's detrimental, and that's the part that scares me when it comes down to situations like this. It's whatever happened, it happened. In the past is the past, and you can't redo that. You can't change it. All you can do is really look for justice. And even after you get that justice, the part that'll never heal is the trauma. You always gonna remember that moment. That's gonna always be a part of your life. That's always gonna be something that you know happened. You know what I'm saying? And the mental aspect of that can be detrimental to a person's health if they don't know how to manage it. And that's just something that there's certain people in this life, they carry traumas that are so extreme that they literally have to spend a portion of the rest of their life mending that pain. You see what I'm saying? And that's the part that sucked the most about stuff like this. Is just like now this young girl, man, who had her whole life, she still got her whole life ahead of her. They got her whole life ahead of her. Was making a name for herself in music, something she was passionate about. Now she got to live with this pain from people that she probably felt like she could trust at the time. She probably looked up to Stalk Ashley. I mean, that's Stalk Ashley, you know, like a lot of people know Stalk Ashley. Stalk Ashley is one of the biggest Jamaican artists there is, as far as females and everything. And like I said, I'm still a fan of Stalk Ashley, but if this is proven to be true, I can't be a fan of Stalk Ashley. You see what I'm saying? And it's hard for me to believe that Skyla's mother would get online and just lie. Like I said, the only way I can see her lying is if somebody was lying to her about the situation. It's sad, bro.
No matter her. I've already sit down there too, you know. I may have to come from a pit me, you know. And get her the help her, she know she forget. My nice daughter. Stalk Ashley, your days are numbered. You see you can get it. I'm not touch her with a long stone or nothing. God, omnipotent. So them tears, yeah, them not going in vain. Stalk Ashley, you must go down. Stalk Ashley, you must go down.
And I could tell she not about to let this go. Man, that's a mother, a black mother, bro, that been up crying all night about her child in a situation where people still walk around roaming free and they did this to your daughter. She not gonna let this go. This is not gonna be the last time you hear about this. This is not gonna be the end of it as far as the whole situation. Answers are gonna come. We're gonna find out what was true and false. We're gonna see what was going on. Because when it comes down to people like this, real people that's not a part of the fame and the money and the success and don't got a platform, and when it come down to people like this and when it come down to their children, I mean, at this point she gonna dedicate her life to this. Like, ain't no amount of hush money, and I don't know what a person to do for money. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't know nobody involved, but man, you could tell with some people, like, ain't no amount of hush money, ain't no amount of bribing, like, it's not gonna work, bro. She probably sat up and listened to her daughter cry about this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's the type of pain that'll never die in a parent. That's the type of, you know what I'm saying? Like, that anger will never die in a parent, bro. Imagine having to hear your child cry to you about a situation like this. And you know them people still walking around free. And they grown. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, you gon' see to it that something happened about that. Especially knowing that your child looking to you for help and guidance. You know what I mean? And like I said, I don't know how she got this information. I don't know who told her. But I know something up, bro. And I don't know, man.
You must go down. Yeah, man. Guys, I don't know about Skyla, or know her as Ashley before, or Sky. Pray for her. Please, because prayers can move mountains. I beg, prayers, please. Tag the guy.
We definitely praying for Skylar, though. For sure. We definitely praying for Skylar. We ain't heard from Skylar. Like I said, we ain't heard from Skylar and all that. But it's hard for me to believe this lady lying, though. So we gonna pray for Skylar for sure, man. Definitely hoping and wishing the best for her, man. Super talented. Super talented. Definitely seemed like a nice person. And we gonna, like I said, we just gonna keep our hands together, you know what I'm saying? For her, for real, for real.
Please, tag the girl named Stalk Ashley. Wicked girl. Tag her. She know what she do. My investigation after her. I can't take this, so. My baby is just 19. She don't live in her life. Promise to make me a promise. When I do bad things to her, even when them not here when we talk to them. Nobody no want nobody mad them people. Drugs are, put her in an origin. You dirty man and name Jack with a key. You just a fuck her. You just a user. You nasty girl say I have me pitney. Drugs are off.
If you're anywhere here in Ohio, get rid of your ugly window system today and replace it for just $83 a month.
She talking. And I go say, oh, I'm mad, she mad. Eh? And one thing we know, and two things for certain. And I must go down.
So, Pete,
Yeah, she ain't playing, bro. That's somebody's mother, bro. She not playing, bro. That's a sticky situation, man. That's just crazy. And you know, one thing about the industry, you always be hearing it's wicked. But then when the stories actually come out and the people involved with the wickedness, we all act shocked. But we know the game wicked. You know what I'm saying? We all know the game wicked. And it be like the people that we love the most be the ones involved. You know what I'm saying? It just be crazy to me that we be so surprised. I was surprised because I don't know why I didn't think this was happening in Jamaica too. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why I was thinking like that. But usually when I think about the wicked stuff, I be thinking about America. I be thinking about the people I grew up watching, you know what I'm saying, as a kid. And I be thinking like, damn, they probably was doing this. They was probably doing that. They've been famous since I was 5 years old, or you know what I'm saying? So when you see Diddy having all these accusations coming out and they trying to get Jay-Z now and all this other stuff, and you be hearing about all these different people and you be like, damn, I should have knew. But with this, it just came completely left field. I would have never thought. You know what I'm saying? I would have never thought. But, you know what I'm saying? We're going to pray for Skylar, like I said, and we're going to definitely cheer her on through all of this, man, because don't nobody deserve to go through this, man. Especially at that age, you know, just trying to chase a dream and people take advantage of your inspiration and motivation. And it's just, I don't know, it's crazy out here, dude. But, yeah, man, that's all I got, man. Y'all stay safe, y'all stay blessed.